Thank you, Chuck. A Morton woman's family says she suffered a stroke one day after a visit to the chiropractor. But is a neck adjustment really to blame? We're taking a look in our special report, The Adjustment Argument.
I love you.
Precious moments meant to document their son's early years, now preserving memories of Amber Thomas before the stroke.
Say hello, everybody.
No.
Well, you're just saying hello. Say hello and say everybody. Hello, everybody.
Oh, everybody.
It happened more than 2 years ago in the family's former home. After waking up feeling dizzy, Amber had gone back to bed that afternoon.
Our master bedroom is right up here over the kitchen, and it was then that I heard her hit the floor as we were sitting down here.
Clutching their 16-month-old son, he raced up the stairs to find Amber lying on the floor.
Tazewell County 911.
Yeah, hello. My wife has been ill, and she just fell out of bed. She is still breathing. Her eyes are open, but she's unable to talk. She can't squeeze my hand to tell me a yes or no. I have no idea if she's understanding what I'm saying.
Amber was rushed to OSF St. Francis Medical Center, where doctors quickly determined she'd suffered a massive stroke. But then, mid-surgery, a question her husband wasn't expecting.
And he said, did she have her neck adjusted? And I said, yes. And he said, okay, that's what I need to know.
That doctor was Deepak Nair, a neurologist at OSF St. Francis Medical Center.
Several times a year, we will see often young people who have had some sort of stroke, either immediately after having chiropractic care or very soon after, within the first few days.
Dr. Nair believes neck adjustments are partially to blame, especially when it comes to tears in the vertebral arteries. And he says it's more likely to affect younger patients, since your arteries lengthen and gain more elasticity as you age.
The artery is passing through these little openings in the bones of the cervical spine. If you then turn the head further left or further right, you're going to induce more stretch injury, and now you're bending that artery over these hard pieces of bone.
For Amber, it was actually her carotid artery, which is encased in soft tissue. But Dr. Nair theorizes if enough plaque was built up inside, a stretched artery could tear on that calcified plaque.
My worry would be that if she had a previous arterial injury, that was made worse by the manipulation of her neck. So either is possible, that the manipulation caused the injury to the artery itself, or that it worsened an existing injury there.
However, these are theories disputed by many in the chiropractic community.
Yeah, a little stiff in that side right there.
While Peoria chiropractor Chad Walker was not involved in Amber's case, he still doesn't think it's possible an adjustment caused her stroke. You don't think that is possible?
No, I don't. And the research doesn't say that either.
Dr. Nair and the Thomases want chiropractors to warn patients this is a risk. Dr. Walker says while they would assess on a case-to-case basis, warning every patient just isn't practical.
If that were true, then the neurologist should also say in the same sentence, every primary care physician must disclose this same risk. Every dentist, every barber, hairdresser needs to disclose the same risk, because they've had these happen in their offices too.
Instead, he believes these are people who were going to have a stroke anyway, suffering from early warning signs such as head and neck pain, prompting them to see a chiropractor for relief. Dr. Brandon Steele, speaking on behalf of the American Chiropractic Association, agrees.
It's just these people are already having a stroke, and it's when they come to see us, they're already in process. And that's the unfortunate part.
Overall, though, the research is mixed. For example, a 2011 study out of Phoenix found, quote, chiropractic manipulation of the cervical spine can produce dissections. Meanwhile, another study in the Annals of Medicine finds overall, quote, manual therapy does not result in an increased risk.
So as far as neck manipulation, no, there's no cause or effect relationship with stroke.
Dr. Steele says the chances of suffering an arterial dissection, regardless of the cause, are rare. But the Thomases and Dr. Nair aren't so sure.
And if people are really eager to continue pursuing chiropractic care, my common recommendation is, as long as it stay below the neck, that should be fine.
It's something John shares with others, encouraging them to talk to their primary care doctor before visiting a chiropractor. Advice he wishes Amber had received years ago.
She doesn't remember when we got married. So those memories of our son being born, that stuff's gone.
Really tough to see the struggles that she's faced, their whole family has faced. But there have been many bright spots in her recovery as well, and we'll be sharing that with you tomorrow night. We'll focus on some of the strides she's made and highlight a couple other cases with local ties. In the meantime, the family is pursuing a lawsuit against the chiropractor who treated Amber. That's why they declined to name that provider in our report.
Well, let's say you have a pinched nerve in your neck and you don't want that adjustment. Would a chiropractors or the chiropractors you talked with still advise going to see them?
Well, chiropractors said they have alternative practices and techniques they can use that are less forceful, although they say it might not be as effective or it might take longer. But they said there are some different things they can do, and we are going to include those in a web story. We'll have some extras showing you alternative techniques you can ask your doctor about.
Sad for that family. Looking forward to hearing more from her tomorrow night.
At 10.